Do a little video real quick. This is just a quick IQ test. I'm going to use the Bible to perform a basic IQ test. This is not like an in-depth IQ test. It's just checking out your basic cognitive functions to see if you're able to tell basic opposites apart. Can you tell the difference between a square and a triangle type deal? That's what this is. Can you tell the difference between a whole number and an irrational number? Something like this, something very easy. You guys ready? It should not be that of an intimidating of a test. Let's read this. I got to read it to you. Let's read these two scriptures, guys. The scripture up top is from Romans. Romans is a Christian writing. The scripture on the bottom is from the book of Deuteronomy. The book of Deuteronomy is a Jewish writing. All right, so the scripture up top in Romans comes from the Christian's holy book. The scripture on the bottom for Deuteronomy comes from the holy book of the Jews. So up top is Christians, up top is Jesus, down below is Judaism, okay, and the Jews. Okay, now let's read what these two scriptures say. Romans 12 and 14 says, bless them which persecute you. Bless and curse not. It says, bless those that persecute you. Now let's read the one on below. And Yahweh thy Elohim will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Now, that's the IQ test, guys. Can you tell what is the difference between these two scriptures? Can you tell? They're not the same. I'm going to give you guys like 30 seconds because I'm going to come through and I'm going to give you the answer. I shouldn't have to give you the answer. I really shouldn't have to explain this to you. If I have to explain this to you, what's the difference between these two scriptures? That means your cognitive abilities, they need repairing, they need fixing, or possibly they're just not there at all. There's nothing to be done about it. Okay? Because let's read it. The one up top says, bless those which persecute you. But the one in Deuteronomy says, to put curses on those that persecute you. Let's read it. Yahweh, the Lord thy God, that's not God, will put these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee. That literally says the opposite of what Jesus says. Well, Romans is from Paul, but Paul is quoting Jesus. By the way, guys, Romans 12 and 14, it says, bless them which persecute you, bless and curse not. That is one of the only times where the Apostle Paul quotes directly from the Gospels. He's quoting Luke or Marcion's Gospel, 6:27 through 28, where Jesus says to love your enemies, bless those that curse you. Because Judaism teaches you to hate your enemies, to curse those that curse you. All right? Right here it says to curse your enemies. Right there in Deuteronomy 30 and 7. In Psalms 139 and 22, Psalms 139 and 22 explicitly says to hate your enemies with a perfect hatred. And this right here in Deuteronomy 30 and 7, it says to put curses on your enemies. That's not what Jesus said to do. Jesus said to love your enemies. Remember when Jesus got crucified on the cross? He said, Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. So they killed the Son of God. I'm pretty sure they're blasphemers of the highest degree. There's like, it doesn't get any worse, any more sinful, any more evil, any more wicked than the people who had Jesus killed and the people who killed Jesus. It doesn't get any more evil than that, right? But guess what? Jesus prayed for them. He still loved them. He said, Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. He didn't curse them. Yahweh would have cursed them and rained fire and brimstone on all of them. Proof Judaism and Christianity are two different religions. They worship two different gods. Christianity worships the real God, the God of the Jews, the ancient, barbaric, primitive storm god from the Bronze Age. Well, Iron Age. Not even, bro. It's based on some old stuff, but it's not as old as it claims. That's a whole other lesson. Look, bless them which persecute you. Bless and curse not. You're not supposed to curse people. You're not supposed to hate your enemies and put curses on your enemies. You're supposed to pray for them. Like, seriously. But I see Christians every day all over the internet begging or praying to Jesus to kill all their enemies. Oh, Jesus is going to kill all the Jews. Jesus is going to kill all the Muslims, all the Islams. No, bro. Jesus said, you got to read it. Bless those which persecute you. Bless and curse not. Luke 6 says the same thing. Okay? Exactly the same thing. And Romans 12 and 14 was written intentionally to contradict Deuteronomy 30 and 7. Actually, Romans 12 and 14 is commentary on Deuteronomy 30 and 7. That is commentary. It is opposite of Deuteronomy 30 and 7 on purpose. They both have the word persecute in it. Because the Old Testament says to put curses on those that persecute you. But Romans says, no, bless those that persecute you. Do you guys get it? Can you see it? Are you smart or are you dumb? Like, seriously, I don't like calling people dumb. I don't want to do it. So don't make me do it. I'm not going to do it. Not right now. I just want to know, please. Just don't be dumb, okay? I guess we have a choice. Do you guys believe in free will? I'm going to pretend like you have a choice to not be dumb. Let's look at it. Tell me, that's not the same. You are not going to urinate on me and tell me it's raining. These are not the same. These are direct opposites, like black and white, like night and day, like boy and girl, like cat and dog. Okay, these are opposites, like up and down, like heaven and hell, like Jesus and Satan. The one on top is Jesus, and the one on the bottom is Satan.